Okay guys, let's come to this next example. Example number 20 in from exercise. Example number 20 from the exercise. Okay. Example number 20. What is this problem? The nearest star to our solar system is 4.29 light years away. Means what? Suppose you consider this is our solar system. So this is considered as a sun. This is considered as a sun. So one another star. So somewhere consider this is the another star. Another star. So this star is considered as a P. Any just you gives a name. Okay, P. So this distance is given to us. So this distance is generally named as the capital distance between two stars, distance between two planets, and so on. So what is this capital D? 4.29 light year. So as a given data, if you consider, so given data, capital D is equal to 4.29 light year. Okay, this is the given to us. Now how much is the distance in the parsec? So we have to convert this distance in parsec. So find D in parsec. First question is this, find out this one. Okay, first question. Now again some questions are given to us, but before we are going to this one, let us find this D. Let us just find first D. So here the some data are given here for more information. Okay, so what is the hint to solve out this problem? Hint. Okay, so D is given in a light year. So D is equal to 4.29 light year. Now as we discuss in a theory session, 1 light year is equal to this much of meter, and we have to convert in parsec. So first you convert this value in a meter. Okay, so 4.29 into what is in light year? 9.46 into 10 raised to 15 meter. So 9.46 into 10 raised to 15 meter. Now convert this in as parsec. This is in meter. Okay, so from this data, what do you say here? 1 parsec is equal to this much of meter, but we have this meter. We have this meter. Okay, so what is 1 meter? 1 meter is equal to 1 upon this. 1 meter is equal to 1 upon 3.0 and 10 raised to 6 parsec. What is 1 meter from here? From this one, 1 meter is equal to 1 upon 3.08 into 10 raised to 16. 10 raised to 16 parsec. Yes or no? So use this one, 1 upon this one. So use this relation here. So finally you get this answer. So it is equal to 4.29 into 9.46 into 10 raised to 15 and 1 upon, so upon 3.08 into 10 raised to 16. This answer is in parsec. Means you convert the light year into meter first. Now meter is converted into parsec. So remaining calculation is in homework. Okay, so this remaining calculation is in homework. So first problem is this one. Convert the D in a parsec. Now second one. What is the second problem? Let us discuss. What is the second problem which is given here? Okay. How much this parallax would this star? This star name is Alpha Centauri. Let's be just given this name in this way, Alpha Centauri. So this star is known as Alpha Centauri. So let's consider A. Okay, from this name Alpha Centauri. So when is viewed from the two locations of the Earth 6 months apart in its orbit around the Sun. This is quite important. Let us understand this problem first. Actually, what is the meaning of this statement? See, what is this given? It's viewed, underline this one, it's viewed from two locations of the Earth 6 months apart in its orbit. So if you consider the Earth is revolve around the Sun, or suppose consider this is the Earth. What is this? Earth. So Earth is revolve around the Sun. Yes or no? Earth is revolve around the Sun. So in a 1 year, in a 1 year, Earth complete one revolution around the sun in a 1 year. So in a 6 months, Earth complete half revolution. So suppose at the initial position is this one, then after 6 months Earth is somewhere here. After 6 months Earth is somewhere here. So actually this star is observed from the Earth. The star is observed from the Earth 6 months apart. 6 months apart means initial to final, from here to here. So it's viewed like this. See, it's viewed in this way, from here to here and here to here. See, from the Earth, and 6 months apart. In a 1 year, Earth complete one revolution around the sun. So in a 6 months, Earth complete half revolution around the sun. Half means this one. Half means this one. So here some angle is formed at the sun. This one is known as a alpha, or you can see theta, no problem. You just consider the theta or alpha, no problem. Let's consider suppose alpha. Suppose it is alpha. Then what you have to find here? How much parallax? How much parallax is theta? Consider the theta, because we consider theta is a parallax angle. So here it is theta. So find the theta. So first problem is already solved. So also theta is equal to finding out parallax angle. What is theta? Parallax angle is equal to finding out in this case. So this D is already known. What is this theta? What is the second problem? We have to solve this second problem also. This one, the figure is here. Okay, now second, what is the relation between theta and D? What is the relation between theta and D? So second hint for a second problem. So parallax angle theta is equal, angle is equal to arc upon radius. So angle is equal to arc upon radius. So here arc is this IF, distance IF. So you just remember the definition of astronomical unit. What is astronomical unit? The average distance between sun and earth. Average distance between sun and earth. So this distance is how much? This is the 1 astronomical unit, and this distance is also how much? 1 astronomical unit. What is this total distance? So total distance is 1 plus 1, 2 astronomical units. Again, what is astronomical units? Distance between sun and earth, average distance between sun and earth. So this is just the radius of this orbit. Okay, so this is 1 astronomical unit, this is 1 this is just a small, not small or large, this is just a drawing mistake. 1 and 1, 2 astronomical unit. So here what is the basis? So in this case, basis B is equal to 2 astronomical unit. From here to here, it is equal to IF. It is equal to what? IF. So theta is equal to B by D. Angle is equal to arc upon radius. So B by D. What is B? What is B? 2 astronomical unit. So this is equal to 2 astronomical unit upon, what is D? 4.29 light year. 4.29 light year. Convert this both the unit in a meter. Then what is the astronomical unit? 1 astronomical unit, this one, and light year, this one. Put this value here, finally you get some answer. Okay, so convert this astronomical unit in a meter. So what is your answer? Your answer is 2 into 1.496 into 10 raised to 11, and to 4.2 into what is light year? 9.46 into 10 raised to 15. Calculate this answer. This answer is in radian. Whatever you get here is the answer is in radian. After calculating this one, you just convert this answer in a minute. This is in homework. Okay, first you calculate this answer in radian. Whatever you get answer is in radian. Then after you convert this answer in a minute. So this example, remaining calculations in homework. All of you guys must be note this example in your books with the proper calculation and draw this figure. Okay guys, let's come to this next example from the exercise. Example number 2.12. 24. When the planet Jupiter is at distance 824.7 million kilometer from the Earth. So the distance between the two planets is given. Distance between the Jupiter and Earth. What is this? Generally we consider the distance between two planets is capital D. So what is given data? So given data, D is equal to 824.7 million kilometer. That is a given in a problem. Its angular diameter is measured as 35.72 second of arc. So you must be note this angular diameter. What is the angular diameter? See, suppose it is Earth. You consider this one is what? Point on Earth. That is a point on Earth. As we consider is the observation point. What we call it is observation point. मतलब Earth का कोई एक point ले लो. So this is the point P. So consider here it is the Jupiter. This is what? Jupiter. Okay. So what we call, what is angular diameter? Angular diameter. So you observe this Jupiter, so the two diametric point A dash and B dash from this P, this one. So we call this angle alpha is what here? It's a angular diameter. What is this? 35. So alpha is equal to 35.72 second, arc second. Okay. Calculate the diameter of Jupiter. So we have to finding out the diameter of Jupiter. It means you must be find this D. So D is equal to what? That is our guess. And this distance between two planets is considered as a D. Here this D is much greater than D, as we discussed in a theory session. Okay. So we have any relation between alpha, D and D. We have to finding out the D here. What is the D? Then you just remember the theory. Then we have one relation. Angle is equal to arc by radius. So angular diameter. That is a hint. Angular diameter alpha is equal to D by capital D. We want a D, so find the D from this one. So D is equal to alpha into D. Okay. In this relation, we find the answer. But what is the problem? Problem is this one. Alpha must be in radian. Alpha is in radian. And consider this D convert in kilometers. So what is this? 824.7 million means 10 raised to 6. Million means what? 10 raised to 6. So 10 raised to 6 kilometer. So this answer is converted into kilometer. So finally we get the answer in terms of kilometer. After put this all this value, you get the answer of small d in kilometer. Why? We convert in kilometer. But alpha is in second and you convert in radian. So use the angular conversion theory. How we convert it? Let's write here. So first you write down the second to degree. What is second to degree? 35.72. 1 second is equal to 1 upon 3600 degree. So into 1 upon 3600 degree. Now degree to radian. So it is equal to 35.72 upon 3600 into degree to radian, pi upon 180 radian, as we discussed in a theory. So all of you guys put this both this value d and alpha in this equation and find the answer of d. Okay. So remaining calculation is in homework. All of you guys must be note this example in your books. Note it. Okay guys, let's come to this next example. Illustration number 2.5. Illustration number 2.5. What is the problem statement? Page number 20. All of you see the page number 20. If the size of nucleus is in the range of 10 raised to minus 15 to 10 raised to minus 14 meter. So size of nucleus is in the range of 10 raised to minus 15 meter to 10 raised to minus 14 meter. Is scaled up to the tip of a sharp pin. Means if you increase the size of nucleus up to the tip of a sharp pin, what roughly size of atom is increases. Okay, means we finding out the new size of atom. Assume the size of tip of a pin is equal to 10 raised to minus 5 meter to 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So what is size of tip of pin? This is roughly 10 raised to minus 5 meter to 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Actually this case is given to us, this one, and we have to finding out the size of atom. What we have to find out? New size of atom. Okay, original size of, this is the given data. This is the given data. Okay, let's we just find the answer of the new size of atom. So for this example, you must be know about this one. Okay, what is the original size of atom? Original size of atom is approximately 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Original size of atom is what? Approximately 10 raised to minus 10 meter. From this, let's consider the size of nucleus is suppose 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Size of tip of pin is approximately considered 10 raised to minus 5 meter. We just consider any one of this. 10 raised to minus 15 meter, so here 10 raised to minus 5 meter. If you consider it is 10 raised to minus 14 meter, so size of tip is considered 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So size of atom upon size of nucleus, this remains almost always constant. What is this? Size of atom upon size of nucleus is equal to what? Constant. This is one constant. What is this value of this constant? So size of atom is equal to 10 raised to minus 15. Sorry, size of atom is 10 raised to minus 10 upon size of atom is 10 raised to minus 15. So this answer is what? 10 raised to 5. Means if you consider the ratio of this both, what is this answer? 10 raised to 5. Now the size of nucleus becomes equal to the tip of pin. मतलब दोनों की साइज सेम हो गई. मतलब किसकी साइज? न्यूक्लियस की साइज कितनी हो गई? न्यूक्लियस की साइज पिन की टिप जितनी हो गई, मतलब बड़ी हो गई, तो एटम भी बड़ा हो जाएगा. Okay, if both the size are increases, but this ratio doesn't change. If nucleus is increase, size of nucleus is increase, size of atom is also increases, but both this size increase in such a way, so this ratio does not change. You must be remember, दोनों की साइज ऐसे ही इंक्रीज होगी कि जैसे इस रेशियो को कोई चेंज नहीं होगा. ठीक है, तो इसको का इक्वेशन नंबर 1 दे दो. सो दैट इज इक्वेशन नंबर 1 फॉर अस. ओके, नाउ here we write down this new size of atom upon new size of nucleus. We have to finding out this new size of atom. What is new size of nucleus? So size of nucleus becomes equal to size of tip. So what we consider? 10 raised to minus 5. So it is equal to, suppose consider this is the x, unknown value. So x, unknown value, upon 10 raised to minus 5. This one, 10 raised to minus 5. And this ratio is always constant. What is this ratio? It is equal to 10 raised to 5. This ratio, size of atom upon size of nucleus, is always constant. So new size of atom upon new size of nucleus is equal to 10 raised to 5. So find the x from this relation. So 10 raised to minus 5 just comes into the multiplication. So x is equal to 10 raised to 5 into 10 raised to minus 5. 10 raised to 5 and 10 raised to minus 5, that is a 10 raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. Anything raised to 0 is equal to what? 1. So answer of this x is what? 1 meter. If nucleus becomes equal size of the tip of the pin, then atom becomes, what is the size of atoms becomes? Size of atoms becomes, it is 1 meter. If it is becomes 10 raised to minus 5 meter, then size of atom becomes 1 meter. Okay, so this much of size is increased for the atom. Okay, all of you guys must be note this example in your books properly with the calculation. Okay, note it. Okay guys, let us come to discuss about the measurement of mass. In the previous session we discussed about the measurement of length. We discussed the different method of measurement of a length. Similarly, then after we are just going to discuss about the range of length. Okay, so now the second property, measurement of mass. Actually mass is a basic property of any matter. If you consider the mass, then mass is a basic property of any matter. Okay, if you consider any matter, then mass is a basic property. What is the SI unit of mass, as we discussed in a previous session? So SI unit of mass is kg. Must be not this. SI unit of mass is kg. We generally measure the mass in terms of kg. Okay, and this 1 kg, where this 1 kg is defined. So 1 kg is defined, means it is given by the International Bureau of Weight and Measures, as we discussed in a previous sessions. Okay, and in India, actually, if you, this is the standard measurement. This 1 kg is what? 1 kg is a standard measurement. Okay, so this 1 kg is just given by this one, and in India, that's at the Delhi, that is 1 kg is available. Standard 1 kg is available, and we call it is National Physical Laboratory. And mass does not depends on any different property like a temperature, pressure, and space. So mass is constant everywhere. Mass does not depends on any other properties. Okay, and it is an individual property. The mass is an individual property of any matters. Okay, now how we measure the mass? So by the using of just a weight balance. Simple. Generally we just measure the mass in the different cases by using weight balance machine. Weight balance machine. And you see this weight balance machine in a grocery shop everywhere. If you consider any shop, grocery shop, any shop, then this type of weight balance machines are available. Okay, so generally we measure the mass by the using of weight balance machine in and you see this weight balance machine in a shop. Okay, but if you just measure the very large mass, like a mass of planet, if you consider, this one is a simply measurement of a mass, measurement of mass by using the weight balance machine. But if you want to measure the mass of very large mass like a planet, so planet mass, then this weight balance machine is not useful to measure the mass of different planets. So here we are using the Newton's gravitation theory. Newton's gravitation theory to measure the planet mass. If we measure the very smaller mass, if we measure, this is the very larger mass, this is the very large mass. If you want to measure the very smaller mass like a atomic mass, then atomic mass does not measure in terms of kg, because for the atom this kg is very larger unit. Okay, so atomic mass generally measured in terms of AMU. Okay, we call it is atomic mass unit. We call it is atomic mass unit, and its symbol is small u. Its symbol is what? Small u. What is atomic mass unit? So 1 atomic mass unit is equal to mass of carbon 12. Mass of carbon 12 upon 12. This is a atomic mass unit, and its value is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. All of you guys must be not this. Atomic mass is generally measured in terms of AMU, not in terms of kg. Why? Because for atomic mass, for the atom mass, this kg is very large unit. Okay, what is this atomic mass unit? 1 u is equal to total mass of carbon 12 upon 12, and it is equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. And mass spectrography is used. Mass spectrography is used for measuring of this one. What is used here? Mass spectrography. Okay, means different charge particle are just scattered by the using of magnetic field, electric field. okay, and we have to finding out this mass of this one, but you just remember it. Okay, we studied about this magnetic field and electric field in a 12th standard. So this is the different cases to measurement of a mass. Now comes to this range of a mass. If you consider the range of a mass, so the second case, range of a masses. So minimum mass, if is in the range of, minimum mass is in the range of 10 raised to minus 30 kg. Minimum mass is in the range of 10 raised to minus 30 kg. If you consider the electron, the mass of electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. So this is in the range of, that is the range of mass of electron, a smaller mass, very smaller mass. So that is the minimum mass. And if you consider the maximum mass, then this mass is in the range of 10 raised to 55 kg. Then this 10 raised to 55 kg mass, this one is considered the range of a mass of universe. That is the range of mass of whole universe. Okay, if you find this, so all the masses are just between this one. All the masses are given in a between this two one, and this is given in our textbook. All of you see the page number 21. All of you see the page number 22. Table number 2.4. Table number 2.4. See, electron mass is in the range of 10 raised to minus 30, and the observable universe is in the range of 10 raised to 55. So there is a number of masses are given: proton, atom, cell, dust particle, raindrop, mosquito, and so on. Okay, all the different masses are given. So this is the range of a mass. So you just for the reference, you see the table 2.4. Now similarly, we are also just discuss about the measurement of time. Measurement of time. See, you just remember this topic only for reference. This type of question mostly does not ask in our theory or a different competitive section. Okay, but if you consider measurements of how we just define the 1 second. So actually cesium clock or atomic clock is used for 1 second. How we define this 1 second? So this 1 second is defined, means measured in a atomic clock, or we call it a cesium clock. CS clock is a cesium clock. Okay, so that is given in our textbook, topic number 2.5. You just read it. Okay, only for reference. Topic number 2.5. And there is one interesting thing is given in our textbook. All of you guys see the table number 2.3. One interesting thing which is given in our textbook. All of you see what is this interesting thing. See the table number 2.3. So size of proton upon distance, means size of universe, size of proton upon size of universe. You just find this one, ratio of maximum length to minimum length. If you find this from table number 2.3, then the answer is 10 raised to 26 upon 10 raised to minus 15. Then this is equal to a 10 raised to 26 upon 10 raised to minus 15. It is given in a textbook. Table number 2.3, page number 21. So you get this answer 10 raised to 41. Now similarly, you just find the second thing. Similarly, if you find the ratio of minimum time required to maximum time required, then this answer is also equal to 10 raised to 41. Minimum time is which one? That is a transition between two orbits in an atom. transition of electron between two orbiting atom. This is approximately 10 raised to minus 9 seconds, and maximum time for traveling is what? 10 raised to means ratio is what? 10 raised to 41. Now similarly you find the mass ratio. Similarly you find the ratio of maximum. Yeah, you just write down maximum to minimum. Maximum mass to minimum mass. Then you see the table number 2.4. See the table number 2.4. Maximum mass 10 raised to 55. 10 raised to 55 upon minimum mass 10 raised to minus 30. 10 raised to minus 30. Okay. Then you get this answer is in the range of. This answer is in the range of 10 raised to 41 raised to 2. 10 raised to 41 raised to 2 approximately. This answer is this one. Okay. If you find this mass, so you just see, if you see this one, that is approximately. So this all the ratio are in the 10 are equally 10 raised to 41, 10 raised to 41, 10 raised to 41 raised to 2. So this is the just an interesting thing. That's just a coincidence. Okay, only for information. So this all this thing is only for information to all of you. Okay, all of you guys must be note this theory in your books properly.